You guys already know what day of the release week we are in. You guys already know what day of the release week it is because we are talking about just how limited and how available are the Air Jordan 12 Melos, releasing this upcoming Saturday for, of course, that retail price of $200. Let me know in the comment section down below if this is a sneaker that you guys are going to be looking to add to your collection, or are you guys going to, of course, wait for the weekend after for the Air Jordan 4 white cement. Always remember, you guys, chase your dreams, because if you don't, one day somebody is going to hire you to help chase theirs. And of course, you guys never stop dreaming, because a life without dreams isn't really much. Let's go ahead, let's get into this video.
Yeah, he got kicks. I like switch. I don't miss. Don't do bricks. He got kicks. The kid is sick. Team with raw, cause he got hits. He got kicks.
What is up, YouTube? I'm HeGotKickz. Welcome to my channel. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell that we get all the notifications every time I drop one of these bangers for you guys. Hit the like button, hit the share button, do all those great things for me. Follow me on Instagram at therealhegotkickz, and of course the hat page Perfectbrimz, and TikTok HeGotKickz95. Of course, today, you guys, what we are talking about is the release of the Air Jordan 12 Melos that come out this coming Saturday for that retail price of $200. We're talking about just how limited and how available they are. And I'm gonna tell you guys, this right here is going to be a GR. They're going to be everywhere because, again, if my Champs is getting them, who doesn't normally get retros anymore, if my Champs is getting them, they're going to be absolutely everywhere. And they have a pretty decent amount of stock. I'm going to be honest, for them not ever getting anything anymore. They have 48 pairs. 48 pairs of men's. That's absolutely crazy. So that tells me that, of course, they're going to get the white cements too, because everywhere is going to get them. But, of course, this tells me this is going to be a complete GR. They're going to be absolutely everywhere. So if you guys really want a pair, of course, don't really have to pay resale unless you want to, of course, to get them early. But again, I think this is going to be something that's going to be readily available. Like, everybody's going to have them. But I will also tell you guys one thing. Again, I'm surprised that these are not under retail just yet. Just like how the UNC Reimagine was, I am really surprised that this sneaker is not under retail just yet. Now, it's just slightly above, I think, my size 10. Last time I checked, it was sitting like right around $220, which still, that's $20 over retail. But again, yeah, it's $216 now. So $216. And again, that makes it, you know, kind of up there after, you know, fees and everything. A 10.5 is $231, a 12 is $235. Of course, an 11.5 is $227, 11 is $212. There's a 9.5 that's actually at $190, so that's the only size that's under retail right now. But again, I'm kind of surprised that these things are not further under retail than what they actually, you know, could be. I really am kind of surprised at that because of, you know, all the early stock numbers and stuff and all the early prices that we've gotten. They were all sitting there right around that $220. So I'm kind of surprised that they're not any lower, to be honest with you, or at least right there at the retail price point. Again, at the end of the day, that's good, because I think that eventually it's going to be sitting a little bit below retail. And of course, if you guys have to pay that resale, it's not going to be that bad. Now, again, I think a lot of people probably passed on the UNC Reimagine because of these, my honest opinion, because why did you want to grab the UNCs if you can grab them later on down the road, and of course get them for a cheaper price because of the cheaper retail price? If you guys really want this one, again, I understand it completely. I think that this is a sneaker that I think a lot of people have been waiting on. I think last time it released was 2004, so I think a lot of people have really been waiting on this shoe. At the end of the day, I think it is a dope shoe. I think it is a great sneaker, but again, I think the white cement 4 is going to hurt this sneaker in the long run, because I think ultimately that it's going to, of course, sit, and I mean, but it could sell out. But I honestly think it's going to sit, because I think a lot of people are going to, of course, go for the Air Jordan 4 white cement. They're going to prefer that one over this one, even though there's much more stock in the Air Jordan 4 white cement. But that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, everything can change and could change by the time the release date comes. But my opinion is this sneaker is going to sit, and I think it's probably going to sell out maybe closer to the weekend or take a couple weeks maybe. But I just think that eventually it will sell out. You know, of course, just like every sneaker does, it eventually sells out. But I think right now a lot of people are, of course, going to pass on this one because of the white cements. And I think the people that passed on the UNC Reimagines passed on the UNC Reimagines for these and or the white cements. So there's just a couple things that of course are going on with this release, and I think the Reimagine just released at a bad time. I think it still is a great shoe, but again, why would you buy that one if you're going to buy this one? It's literally basically the same colorways, just two different silhouettes. That's really honestly it. So in my opinion, I think it's great, just not a shoe that I think everybody is going to be busting down the doors for. It's not a white cement Jordan 4. It's not a Ferrari 14. It's not a Grape 5, anything like that. Even though it is a great shoe, but that does not take away from anything at all. But I definitely think they did extremely well with the leather. Quality is great. Just all in all, you guys, whenever you're dropping it right the week before the white cement 4, just not a good idea, to be honest with you, because that's a shoe that I really don't care how many times they release it. I don't care how many pairs they release of that one. I think that it's going to sell out because they did a great job on this one. I'm going to be comparing, of course, a pair here soon, hopefully. So that way, because I have a worn pair of 2016s, but I'd much rather show you guys, you know, compare dead stock pairs. That's really what I would rather do, but I'll compare the worn one if I have to. But again, at the end of the day, I think this is a great shoe. I think if this is one you guys can pick up under retail, once again, just like the UNC Reimagine, 100% pick it up. 100%. If you guys can pick it up under retail, or if there's discounts or whatever day one, buy 100%. I think it's definitely worth picking up, but I just think save your money. The Air Jordan 4 white cement is on the way. There's a ton of pairs out there, but honestly, this is a great sneaker. I really, really like it. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, a lot of people are going to be extremely happy with this one. I think people will be, of course, you know, not, you know, like I said, too worried about picking them up. I think, you know, if you're worried about paying resale, I don't really think that's going to be that big of an issue because there's a ton of places around me that have them. So I think if you guys, of course, have a lot of places like me, then it should be pretty easy because somewhere is going to have your size. But if you're somewhere that doesn't have a whole lot, I would put in all the raffles that you need to grab a pair because again, you don't want to take that chance and take that L. So definitely if this is a shoe that you want, because again, 12 sell extremely well. We all know they do. So I think that again, it releasing the week prior to the white cement 4 will hurt it. But again, Jordan 12 sell well. So at the end of the day, it still is going to be a good seller. But I think, you know, with everything coming out, it's just going to be hard. Like I said, it's going to be hard for people to continue to buy every single weekend. So I think that's why the UNC Reimagine didn't do as well, because a lot of people were waiting on this one right here. So there's more pairs than, you know, I expected. But again, they could have just sent that champ some because that champs needed some sales or something. I don't know. I really have no clue. It could be, you know, it was a misshipment and sent it to there instead of the Foot Locker. Who knows? But I think all in all, if you guys put in the footwork, you guys will end up with a pair for retail. So let me know in the comment section down below. Are you guys going to pick up the Air Jordan 12 Melo? Are you guys going to let it sit? I'm genuinely curious because again, that Air Jordan 4 white cement next weekend is one that I know we're all looking forward to. I cannot wait for that release whatsoever. So let me know in the comment section down below. As always, you guys, man, love you guys. Appreciate y'all. And of course, man, as always, stay tuned. Got a ton of content coming your guys' way. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.